despite the fact that it seems a little bit a lot, it's quite easy if you do it one step at a time. So we would like to solve this, which actually we would like to read 3 items. Each one has a name, quantity, and price. And then the name may contain spaces, like this is what they mean, which in your mind, this is they're telling you use next line, because if you use next, it's not going to work. So we need to use next line. And then output a bill with a tax rate of 5%. Something like this. So this is the bill, and then the tax rate is 5%, and this is the total, which is including the tax. So there should be 2 decimal places. Okay, this is something we haven't seen. I want you to Google it. I mean, to find it on the book, they have some kind of talk about it, but I will just talk about it as well. The bill should be formatted in columns with 30 characters for the name, 10 characters for the quantity, 10 characters for the price, and 10 characters for the total. Sample input and output is shown as follows. Well, we're going to be doing as much as we can, and then the rest we're going to edit as one step at a time. So there are some things that we haven't seen here, and just added to you so you can have a more interesting overview of this chapter. So let's start with what we can do very easily. We'd like to read the name, quantity, and price of 3 items. In order for us to do that, well, basically we need a scanner. Notice the control space gives me the choices. I select the scanner, this one, not the other 2, but this one that is coming from java.util. Okay, and as soon as I press enter, the import is also added. That's why it's necessary to pay attention to that. So new scanner, and then system.in. Then I'm going to need a lot of variables, because I need places to memorize the name of the first item, the quantity of the first item, the price of the first item, and then same thing for the second item, same thing for the third item. So I'm going to make string name 1 for the item 1, and name 2, and name 3. And then I need another one. The quantity generally is an int, so quantity, sorry? The quantity is double. In the example, do we have a quantity of point something? No, it seems like, yeah. What is double though is the price. But quantity is going to be some kind of int is enough. Quantity 2 and quantity 3. And then I'm going to use double price 1 and copy and paste price 2, price 3. Now I need a couple of other things, because I need to calculate the total. This is actually the subtotal, if you would like. This is the subtotal of this, but then this is another subtotal. So, but let's call this total 1, total 2, total 3, so I can display this. And the subtotal is the total 1 plus total 2 plus total 3. So let's just, the total, what's this data type? Double. So total 1, total 2, and total 3. What I need as well is, we said the subtotal, the tax, and the total. So let's just declare them all. Double, subtotal, tax, and the big total. That makes a lot of variables, but we're going to use them one at a time. Now we'd like to input something like this. Input, ask the user to give us the name of the item number 1. So input the name item number 1, and then if they want it to be on the same line, I'm just going to remove this println. I'm going to put a space here, so if the user types, it's not going to be stuck to the column. And now here I'm going to have name 1 is equal to kb dot next line. So it's important to use the next line, not just next. And then copy and paste. Actually, not really, because I need to have this input quantity item 1, and yeah, just I'm going to do this input quantity of item 1, and then this is not name 1, it should be quantity 1, and not next line, next int. Yeah, that's a lot, but I'm going to be doing some copy and pasting, so it's going to be easy later. I just need to do it the first time for this thing. Input the price, or let me just, let's not be lazy, input the price, and it's going to be price 1. You see, with the control space, it doesn't matter if the name is big, because it's just going to help me fill the rest. But it's more important to have price 1 than name this A, B, C, D, E, F, G. It's going to be confusing and not going to be able to make it until the end of the program itself. So just give some meaningful names in your variables, even though they are long. NetBeans is going to help you type them. Now that I've done this, I would like to have a space here. So let me just do some kind of like this. This is going just to print a new line. And this is, just to make it clear, this is item 1. I'm going to do the same thing for item 2, except now this is going to be 2, 2, 2 everywhere. So you see, it's not really that hard once you do it correctly. Now copy and paste again, and then this is going to be item 3. Oh, this is 2. So this is going to be 3, name 3. The only thing with this copy and pasting is that if you're not careful, you might just mess up the whole thing by forgetting one of them, for example, and leave it in as 2. And then this is going to be a big deal trying to find why this doesn't calculate the right way. So just you have to be careful when you copy and paste, just to make sure that you paste them correctly and double check. So this is the first item, name 1, quantity 1, price 1. Second item, name 2, quantity 2, price 2. Name 3, quantity 3, and price 3. Now actually, what I need to do is just to calculate the total. This total 1, total 2, and total 3. And then I'm going to display. I'm going to calculate everything, then display them whenever I want them to be displayed. So let's calculate these things. So I'm going to be calculations. So what are the calculations? Total 1 is equal to what? This one, this total over here, is the result of quantity 1 multiplied by price 1. So quantity 1 multiplied by price 1. And same thing with 2 and 3. So this is 2, 3, 2, and 3. So this is going to be calculating this one, and that one. Now subtotal is equal to what? Total 1 plus total 2 plus total 3. Now this tax here is equal to what? This multiplied by 5%. So the tax is equal to subtotal multiplied by 0.05. That's 5%. If you do something like this, that's not 5%, because remember, this is a modular division, so this is going to be not what we want to do. So you can put, yes, you can do this, that's fine. 5 divided by 100, but you're making the computer do something that you know exactly what's the result, so just you can do it yourself. But that's okay. You can use also 5 divided by 100. That's exactly the same thing. No need, because this division and multiplication, they are, I don't know, associative, so it doesn't matter. If you do this multiplied by 5, then you divide by 100, or you divide this by 100, then you multiply, it's the same result. But yeah, let's keep it this way. But if you want to be safe, it doesn't hurt. Yes. Now that we have the tax and the subtotal, we have the total, which is this plus this. Total is equal to subtotal plus tax. And now we have all the data we need. Now, yes, just preparing the output. So it seems a little bit complicated, but actually it's not that complicated. Now the output requires that I'm going to display something like this, your bill, and then go back to the line. So let's do that. Oh, no, it's not. Your bill, and then go back to the line, and then it just takes time. Exactly. Then I have these things. But now this is something new that you're going to learn, but we haven't seen it yet. Let's just do this the way we think it might work, and then let's see something nice. Not this again. Something like this, and then now the first thing I'm going to display is this item name 1. So let's just display that. So system.out.name1. Now what happens? Name 1. Okay, but then after name 1 I need to keep it on the same line, some kind of spaces, and then put the quantity, right? So now the question, how many spaces can I put? I don't know, it depends. If this name is this, then I have to put this amount. If it's that, I have to put another amount. Well, that's the complication. Let's just now do something like this. Just yeah, we'll work with maybe \t. I'm just going to copy just because it's like this, and then I'm going to show you a better way. And use \t, then I have to align it somehow. Maybe, okay, let's use \t, might be one of them, or it's just one \t. If we don't like it, we add more. And then this is quantity 1, and then let's use the \t, and then price 1, and then another \t, maybe, and then total 1. 1. If I want this to be the same thing, I can just use \t here. So it's going to, maybe just put a space, doesn't hurt. So it's going to be \t, the same thing, something like this, maybe \t. Now let's just have a look at this, just one line, because we can display something. I just would like to be able, oh, we need to type a lot of things for just for this to see that one line. No, I'm lazy. I'm lazy. No, I'm not. I don't want to go for that. I'm just going to copy this and put the name 2, name 3. At least we can see all of them, because we're really not that far from seeing all of them. And then I will try. Okay, I'm going to copy these names, so it will be so we compare with these results. So I'm running the first name, that's it. The quantity, I think it was 10. The price 0.5. Well, let's test your memories. Now I have diet soda, but look what happened already. Input name 2, input quantity 2. The name 2 was skipped, and it went directly to quantity 2. What if I enter this and I have a problem? What's that problem? Okay, this is something I haven't seen, I haven't spoke about it, but that's interesting to see. When you work with text and numbers at the same time, there's something that is happening in the background that we don't see, which is there's something that is, you see, when I typed this 0.5 and pressed enter, it did not wait for me to give it the item 2. It's as if the item 2 was already given, and it just went to the quantity. So it didn't wait for me to give it the name, just went for the quantity and waited for me to give the quantity. And as a proof that it was not waiting for me to give a name, when I typed some text, it could not convert that text to a quantity. If you see, the problem appeared in this line 40. What is line 40? It's really the quantity. So it seemed like as if it already read something, but it did not. I did not type anything. There's a problem with this scanner. And that's the problem with it. There's some kind of something that keeps in the background, something hidden. But the thing is that when I press the enter after a number, this enter key is kept like stored somewhere. And then it's like when a new text was required with next line, that number, that enter key that I pressed, it was kept and given as a text. And this is something that I don't want to have. So as some kind of a hack, how to solve this, to get around this problem, is to, whenever you have a number you read and then you would like to read a text before that, Well, the only thing that you have to do is something like, it might sound a little bit like useless, but actually it's useful. Something like this. kb.nextLine. Now you're expecting kb.nextLine is going to read a line, but no, actually this thing is just going to read what was left from the reading of those numbers that I just did. And it's going to save them somewhere? No, I'm not saving them anywhere. I'm just typing something and throwing it away. I'm not saving it, so I'm not using it. So what this will do, it will give me the opportunity to be able to enter the name too. So I'm going to be needing to do this in any place when I'm going to read the number, and then after that I need to read a whole line. So this next line here needed because we are reading a whole line after reading the number. So that's some kind of a weird thing. That's a kind of
because of the you put new line, or because of
no, it does not. It's not related to this.
yeah, it's related to
It's related to this one
with the
coming after before this one.
okay.
This one coming before this one gives us this problem. So before this next line, actually, I'm just going to delete something which was the residual back to the line from the getting the number. It's kind of a weird bug, and it's not a bug because it's by design, so it's kind of a weird design. So it's something you can have more details in the book if you want to. I don't know which page, but they're talking about these things. One of the self-test exercises is about this, so just check them. Okay, now if I run this and see, now not this one, I don't want to read this, cancel. So this lollipops. Now we said quantity is 10 and 0.5. Now if I press enter, so it read that thing that was creating the problem with the name, and then now it's ready to read the real thing, which is this diet soda. And the diet soda is 3, 2.25, and then chocolate bar 20, 2.75. So memorize this, 3, and then mashallah, and then chocolate bar and 20
and 2.75.
2.75. I think it's just 0.75. Oh, it's 2.7 here, but I made a mistake because I corrected here. I did not correct it here. That's what I did. I meant 0.75. If you would like to get this value, that's 0.75. I will fix this, inshallah. So it's 0.75, but good memory. Now if I press enter, well, it's not that bad. This is the bill. Maybe I need to push this a little bit more and like have another tab here. But let's validate the calculations. Are the formula right? We have 10.5 and 5, 10.5 and 5, and then we said 3, 2.5, and oh, this is 2.25 here. So that's again another mistake from my side. Okay, so you know what? Let's just remove the confusion. And I made a mistake I made the change to the values to make them simpler, but then I forgot to correct them here. So this is 0.75 and this is 2.5. Okay, and now let's just have a look. We just check the values, but 3 times 3.25, so this is 6.75. That's normally right, and then this is 20.75, which is 1.5, which is 15. Yes, so we have these that are displayed correctly, but it's not actually doing exactly the same thing. You see, sometimes we have some weird alignments. We're going to be talking about that. But now what I need to do is just add the subtotal and add a couple of backslash t's, and then we're almost done. Subtotal, and then yeah, 1 4 then backslash t 4, and then I'm going to add its subtotal. So this is subtotal, and then a 5% sale, and then the tax. I'm going to say 5%. Sorry. What? Backslash t. You mean there's some more? Less? What space? After this? Well, it doesn't make a difference because you see, I don't put a space here. The tab is also a space. The tab is in itself is a space. Now I'm just trying to be quick because I noticed that the time is running. So now I have total. Let me just copy this one. It will be easier. And then copy, and then total, and total. Now hopefully the calculation should give us the same thing. So, but it's a lot of go back to. And then it was 10.5, and then the other one was diet soda, 2.5, and then chocolate bar 20.75, and that's what we have. Some nice, interesting. The tax is weird though. Sorry? Time is up? Yes. Oh, you're really watching the time. MashaAllah. It's 00, your time is up. Okay, I will do the same. I will do the same when you come in. Just watch the 5 minutes before the late. But you're right, time is up. But we have at least something. Check if you would like. The tax is not working though. So how to make it work is to have a look at the tax. Why is it not working? The tax is this, so it's a subtotal multiplied by. So it's weird that it didn't work. Did I put the tax? Yes, I put the tax.
It's 0.0.
What do you mean?
It's 0.0.
No, that's not the issue. Oh, that is the issue. You're right, because this is int divided by int. The result is 0, so it's nullifying the thing. So if I want it, I have to put this 0.5 or 5.0, because now doing it this way, what is going to happen is that this is int divided by int. But if I remove the parentheses that I made them just to be safe, now it's going to start from the left to the right. This is a double multiplied by int. The result is double, and then divided by 100, it's going to be double. So if I want to use this safe parentheses, I need to put the 0.0 there. So that was my mistake. So that's one way to solve this. There's another way, and I'm leaving it to you if you want, because we don't have time. Time is up. Just there's something called printf. Check in the book. It's more useful. You can have a more neater output. Okay. So sorry for taking that extra 2 minutes. Oh no, in this time, according to this one, it's still 00. I don't know why. I didn't take anything yet. So